you go.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys just tell us your name, who you're here with.
I'm Daniel. I sing for Gideon.
I'm Tyler. I play guitar.
Awesome. So, wanted to ask you guys, how do you guys just got on the Warped Tour here? How is this your first year on this? You've done in the past?
It's our first time. Yeah, it's been real cool. It's been really exciting. Lots of cool shows, meeting a lot of cool people.
Awesome. Now, I know a couple of these bands I believe you toured with before though, like Color Morale. Have you guys ever toured with them before?
Never toured with Color Morale.
Silent Planet we've toured with. We've toured with
Bill Maya, Hearts Awake. Yeah.
Is that it? He's got a Capsize.
There were more.
Capsize.
Capsize.
Yeah, we've been around the block.
Cool.
Yeah, the Word Alive.
Word Alive.
Any kind of other tours that you guys have done similar to this, or is this the biggest one so far?
I think this is like every band's like one of their bigger tours they've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest tour.
Any kind of like festivals have you done before?
I guess this is similar to a lot of like.
I think the biggest festival we ever played was Heavy Montreal in Canada. It's kind of similar to this, but like times a million.
Yeah.
It was like Metallica played and
one giant day. And
oh yeah.
Craziness.
It was insane. System of a Down.
Yeah, that part was the most competitive thing we've done to this. That was the main show.
Awesome. So, what are 3 bands that you think kids should be encouraged to listen to before they are allowed to graduate high school?
Rage Against the Machine.
I would say Rage.
I
You
know
have
you
to.
were gonna say that.
Well, I say it every time, but Rage Against the Machine for sure.
Man.
Definitely one of my favorites.
Like OG, maybe.
They just played up in Cleveland last night or something too, I think. Prophets of Rage.
Yeah, see, I'm not into that.
Really?
If it's not real Rage, I don't want it, man.
I would check it out because I'm like a Public Enemy fan too from back in the day. They're probably one of the last rap groups that actually had a positive message that they were trying to spread.
See, I'm younger, so I never got a chance to see Rage like for real. So like for my first time to see Rage, to see them without Zach would be like.
I actually saw them in this venue with Cypress Hill. They were on a tour, man. That was pretty. That was pretty badass.
To see Rage.
But I'm a lot older than you guys, so.
I think I'd probably say Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Just like everybody knows. Like I don't know who else.
But I mean, a lot of people have that.
Fleetwood Mac.
Like what is, I mean, are these bands that influenced you guys?
Yeah, well, bands like I grew up listening to that I feel like everybody. I don't feel like everybody should have to listen to. I mean, bands that I really enjoyed when I was growing up that got me into music. Rage is probably the reason I play shows. When I was a kid, I got a hold of a VHS tape of like a bunch of Rage shows together that my next door neighbor gave to me that my dad didn't know about.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would hide it from him, and then I would watch it like every night and take it to school and like put it in the little VHS players when we were a band and on break and watch it all the time. That made me really want to be in a band. So that has a lot to do with why I play music for sure.
Would you say that they've kind of influenced any of your writing too, or?
Oh yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Rappy, heavy stuff.
Yeah.
That's our jam. That's what we do.
What kind of message would you say Gideon tries to deliver when you guys perform?
Just you're going through whatever you're going through to push through to make it. I guess like.
We've always been ones to try to make people feel like they're not alone in everything they do. Like we write songs about particular, pushing through and being strong and doing that.
Trying to relate with things people have been through mostly. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I have had so many songs that like help me get through things because I could relate to the lyrics. Like I feel like okay.
I'm one of those lyric dudes too. It's like I'll listen to a jam and if it's got a message that touches me, man, it's like. Sometimes for me it's like, radio sometimes, not to take away from, a message from God or something like that, but sometimes you just hear like the right lyric at the right time in your life when you needed to hear it and you're just like, man, okay, thanks,
So true.
I guess, if you're
open to me a lot of times.
Yeah, totally. And, there's so much, I went through the phase of, it's very I mean, music is a very powerful tool, and it totally can influence the body and mind. And it's like there's too much of the negative stuff. I mean, I used to listen to all kinds of the negative stuff, and I found my life would be pretty negative afterwards. So it's good for younger bands that come out with a positive message. For a lot of today's youth that think there's no hope, walking around.
It's not a popular thing right now. I would say.
Yeah. Everybody's. I mean,
but I can't. I still love the angry music too, so I can't.
Oh, I love the angry music. If they're like Rage is trying to raise awareness on something that's important. But if it's just like I'm gonna cut myself because life sucks or whatever, I don't really want my kids listening to something.
Yeah, I don't either.
Say, you know what, this sucks right now, but I've been through it, and I know other people that have made it through, and you're gonna persevere. So, did you guys ever give him the third one? We said Rage, Nirvana.
Rage, Nirvana. I'd say I'd pick one on Jake's behalf. That would probably be
Fleetwood Mac. Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac.
If our drummer was here, he would say Fleetwood Mac for sure.
Awesome. Well, that's quite a variety right there.
No, I'll take you. Rage, I'll take Nirvana.
Yeah. Timmy would say Nirvana too.
Yeah.
So are we in the Tim?
So what would you guys say prompted your entire, the beginning of your journey into music?
Like I said, Rage probably, and then I was in band and choir growing up through school, so I was always kind of around music. And one of my friends took me to a show when I was probably 16 or 17, like a small church, and I didn't even know like that kind of music existed, like the underground like that. And I showed up, and it was this band called The Last Hope, and they like completely smashed it. Like my mind was just blown, and after I saw it, I was like, I have to be in a band like similar to like this kind of style, like this small underground. Was so much fun. After that, just making friends in my local scene, and then playing shows constantly, and then just eventually, I don't know, it just worked out. I think it's luck sometimes that stuff just comes together and it just works for you.
Yeah, my parents were into music when I was growing up. They had like other bands, and my dad always they were always rehearsing and stuff. So I was always around music. My dad played guitar also, and so that was I was kind of a shoe-in for playing music. And as I got like a little bit older, I decided also my grandfather left me a guitar when I was in third grade. He died. He left me like a 70s Gibson SG.
Wow.
I still have now.
So sick.
Yeah, I bet you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Take care of that.
Yeah, I'll never get rid of it.
Yeah.
But that, I probably had that thing for a couple of years before I decided I want to learn to play this thing. But it really having that tool really pushed me along because I had something to play. So that way, just being around it, I just always knew I wanted to do something with music. And then I just started learning guitar and just kept going, learning the same thing with him, meeting people in your local scene as a teenager and art kind of stuff. And you just all
and everybody wants to be in band.
Everybody wants to be in a band.
Start a band, we all suck, but let's play music.
Yeah. And then everybody, the most dedicated of all the people.
Shed the dead weight.
Yeah.
People who really want to do it, they're sticking around.
So now
heart usually comes through in the end,
Yeah, so looking back all of there aren't that many people that I used to play music with that still play music, but the guys who do are
here.
Killing it. And they're probably here.
Yeah.
They're probably all this store.
So, any books or movies that you guys would say have greatly impacted your life?
Impacted my life. That's a tough one.
Well,
I don't read very often, so I can't say books, which is bad. I probably should, but reading puts me to sleep like in a heartbeat.
That's usually when I read too, to help myself go to sleep.
Yeah.
I used to read a lot when I was younger, and I was always reading fantasy books. And that kind of molded my interests outside of music. But I guess it kind of plays into me living alternative lifestyle probably too. Being nerdy basically is what I'm saying.
Dude, nerds are totally making a comeback. They're in now. I mean, friggin', we're racking up the movies right now. I mean, I'm a big Marvel DC guy. I grew up on that. And Star Wars coming back.
Oh my God.
It's freaking absolutely huge for me because I remember my mom taking me to see Star Wars when it came out when I was a kid. and being like, I want to be Luke Skywalker when I grow up. And now I got 2 daughters, and I took them to see the new one, and it's like cool. Now they got Rey, you know,
exactly.
chick Jedi and everything to look up to.
So cool.
I can't say any movie like really influenced me, but I love movies. Like it's my thing. I've seen so many movies in my life. I'd say my top 3 favorite. This is up here. Brother Where Art Thou.
That's probably
You think so? Somehow. I've seen that movie enough times to influence me. Brother Where Art Thou, Saving Private Ryan is one of my favorite movies of all time. And then Interstellar actually is one of the best movies I've seen. I think super.
You know, it's in my queue, and I haven't got a chance to sit down and watch it yet.
You messed up though. That's the movie that you have to see in theaters. Like that is a theater movie.
I didn't see it in theaters, but
it's still tight, but in the theaters, like
my man cave's kind of like theater-esque.
Okay,
you know, I guess I'll have to go downstairs. And
it's definitely worth the watch. If you like 2001: A Space Odyssey at all, like anything like that,
I got
then
that.
you'll love. It's like a grown. I wouldn't say grown-up version, like a better version, a modern version.
I've been catching myself going back to like movies that were made when I was like a kid, just for some of the like messages that are just like, wow, they're totally like talking about today's world. Like, you know, I just recently watched Network. I don't know if you remember that movie. It's like an old movie with talking about how all the television networks influence pretty much everybody's thinking and whatever, and what's popular 1 minute, and how ratings are God, you know, and all that. And it's pretty badass. There's that dude has the one speech in it that's like, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. It's like, I recommend checking it out.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
That sounds awesome. I'm all into like any kind of movies about like the future technology, like that were like set, that were made like a long time ago, dystopian films.
Yeah.
So like I really like any like sci-fi. Well, I mean it's sci-fi, but like
well, going back like you said,
post-apocalyptic stuff.
Going back like you said, Space Odyssey and everything like that. Like Kubrick seemed like he was like, you know, he knew like, you know, what was up. And another dude that don't get enough credit, I think, is John Carpenter. You know, watch They Live. Totally prophetic in my opinion to today's climate.
There's a lot of like crazy stuff that was made like in the late 70s, like the future.
Yeah.
It's like so off, but at the same time like kind of on.
Yeah.
The concept of it, but they couldn't really like fathom what we could have been doing at this point. That's what I love.
Yeah, those are great. So you got any funny stories from the road? One of the funniest things that might have happened to you guys on tour?
That's always sort of like my heart.
What comes to mind is we were touring with a band called A Plea for Purging a long time ago. I'd say probably 4 or 5 years ago. And that was back when, I guess when we were younger, we played a game called Band Wars, where you would just throw the grossest things you could think of at the other band, because you're always passing them, you're always leaving at different times, so you're going to the same place, so everybody's up and you see them like, oh man, get something ready, we're going to toss it at them when we pass them. And one time we thought we were getting the jump on a plea for purging by like mixing some stuff up to throw, and then by the time we got up, we had opened the side door, and Aaron from Plea, the drummer, had a gallon of sweet tea and just looked over and just chunked it out, and it went right, while he's driving, throws it at us. It hits right in the door wedge when we open the door and explodes over everyone. And then they just take off and leave us because we had like such a heavier trailer, so it was just.
Oh man, nice.
I don't know why I thought that was so long ago.
No, I thought that was somebody else.
No, that was Plea. You might have been with SL at that time.
No, I wasn't with you guys.
Yeah.
I saw a video of it.
There is a video. I forgot about that. Cochran probably has it.
But I thought they flew it to a different band.
No, it was definitely us. We were in. It was a different band, but I was with them. Me and Jake were in it. Yeah, Take It Back. We were in Take It Back's band.
It's one of the guys in that band
It's here,
is on the story.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I saw a video of that. That was insane.
Yeah.
I threw it on the interstate out of the water.
Literally impossible.
Into the side.
Right into inside the van. That was all I'm saying.
Nice. Like only one of those once in a lifetime shots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it happened to us.
Yeah, we used to do some beers.
Nice.
We won't say what else we've thrown out at people. It's getting a little gross.
All right, a couple more questions, and I'll let you guys get going. Are there any, like, I noticed a lot, I walked around earlier, and there's a lot of good, like, nonprofit nonprofit organizations and stuff like that represented on this tour. Are there any causes or organizations that you guys strongly support and would encourage others to take the time to look into?
I did an interview yesterday with Heart Support. It's like one of the August Burns Red started it with this. That's pretty cool. Where they just kind of they do interviews with band members talking about different struggles and things they've gone through to try to like help relate to kids and give them advice on how to actually give it right over here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's a really good one. There are so many, but I definitely recommend that one.
We never really like got behind our boys of band. I feel like we probably should do something like that.
You guys got the outlet, you know, spread a message.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, speaking more about your message, if more people want to learn more about you guys or pick up some of your art and your music, where would you encourage them to go?
Honestly, probably our Facebook, because our Facebook has the links to everything, like our merch store, and then where to get the CDs and stuff. And then on Snapchat and Instagram, it's at Gideon AL if you want to follow us there. And then on Facebook too, it is Gideon AL too. So just search facebook.com/Gideon AL and you'll find us. Yeah, we're on socials all the time, trying to stay in touch with everybody as much as we can.
Awesome. Well, hey guys, thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man,
Good talking to you.
That was good.
Keep eyes out for sweet tea containers.
Yeah,
We'll watch that.
Cool, man. Thank you guys.
That's fun.
Bill Bailey.
I'm Tyler.
Great.